Are you preparing for DevOps interview or want to level up your AWS skills? In this video, I'm sharing real based scenario questions and answers on the IAM and the CloudWatch that are commonly asked in interview and used in the production environment. So let's quickly jump to the questions part and let's see and let's check out the IAM and the CloudWatch question. So first question is all about like what are IAM users, groups, roles, how they are different. So this is a generally common questions been asked in the interview by whether you are a beginner or you are an intermediate or you are advanced level. So this is the basics question which are generally asked. So how you have to answer you have to answer like users are the individual identity with long-term credentials. Okay. Then groups are the collectors of users using the common policies. Then roles are meant for the temporary access, like often used by services or the federated identities. So these are the generally three things you have to answer in the such a way. Uh, there's no things you have to clear with your points. You have to just give answer into the one word only, one line only. Okay. Then moving to question number second. When would you use I am roles instead of I am user? So these are the also one of the important question for me. Like it's been asked into the more than 10 to 12 companies this particular question. So mark this as two important questions. Okay. So you have to answer certain things like using I am roles when AWS services or the applications needs a temporary access to the another services. Okay. भाई जस्ट लेट मी हम लोग क्वेश्चंस का ये मोटिव है कि हम लोग आई एम रोल्स को कब यूज करेंगे आई एम यूजर्स अगर हम लोग कुछ टेम्पररी एक्सेस देना हो पर्टिकुलर सर्विसेज को तो हम लोग वहां पर आई एम रोल्स का यूज करते हैं लाइक सपोज ईसी टू एक्सेसिंग S3 यूजिंग ए रोल विद अ लिमिटेड परमिशंस ओनली ओके नाउ moving to question number third, how would you restrict to IAM user to access only specific S3 bucket? So for this, we generally attach the policies part. In the IAM, IAM generally stands for Identity Access Management part. So for this, we generally are going to attach the policies with the S3 bucket only for the specific parts so that person will be having access of that particular S3 only. Like we are going to deny all the buckets access explicit if needed only. So it will not able to access the EC2, it will not able to any other service, only the S3 and that particular bucket. So how can you audit who access the resources in AWS using IAM? So we have AWS config. From that AWS config, it's generally used for tracking for IAM changes. Like it's helped into the all over AWS records, like it's record each and every API too. So for this, by using AWS config or using the AWS Cloud Tails also for monitor all IAM the activities. Okay. Now, how would you allow users from one account to access resources into the another account? So for this, we have to use the AWS cross-region IAM rules with a trust relationship. We have cross-regions, or we then we also have we have CRRs also. Okay. So for this particular part, we are using cross accounts IAM roles, and the source account assume a role into target with the necessary permission. We are just providing the only the necessary permissions only. Okay. Then moving question number 6, what is the least privileges principle in IAM? Why it is important? So for this particular least privilege principle, let me quickly understand you. Principles are like we are just providing the least permissions to a particular user. Suppose you are just providing the S3 or you are just providing only the read on part only. So here the concept like you have to grant permission that are absolutely necessary for the users of the services. Okay, rather than suppose I am using AWS Cloud. So I have to access only EC2 and I have to access only Lambda part. So I will be providing you with a particular permission only. In the EC2, we have read only, we have write only, we have lots of permissions. So I'm just assigning you the read only. The persons can only check out how many instances are there. I'm not providing the administrative access. I am not providing the other access of the EC2 part. So here, only granting permission that are absolutely necessary for a user or the services part. Why it is important? Because it helps in reducing the like attack surface and the limits the damage of the compromised credentials also over here. So that's why we always prefer to give the least privileges principle in the IAM. So these were the some questions from the IAM which are generally asked into the interview perspective. Let's quickly jump to the CloudWatch part. What all this now check out what all these questions been asked related to the CloudWatch part. So first question, how would you monitor CPU utilization on EC2 instances alert when it exceeds 80%? So using CloudWatch matrices for the EC2, we are going to create alarms onto the CPU matrices, and we are just setting up the threshold to the 80%, and with the notification sent by SNS part. So here we are integrating our SNS part, and it depends on us how much threshold we want. Suppose here they have asked about 60%, 70%, and more details part. So in the CloudWatch matrices, in the CloudWatch alarms, you can define more the things, not about only the CPU utilization. You can also check out with the memory utilizations, and more part you can also define over there. Okay, this all the things can be done by the CloudWatch only. Now moving to the next question. How can you monitor logs from the Linux application using a running EC2 instances? So we can have to install and configure the CloudWatch agent onto the EC2 instances, and for the specific folder /var/log/app.log to CloudWatch the logs. Like from that particular path, we can just check out all the logs what are been walking into the Linux system running EC2 instances. Now move to the next question. What is the difference between CloudWatch logs and the CloudTrail? So CloudWatch logs generally tracks the application and the system logs, but the CloudTrail acts as the API level security, like who created that EC2 instances, what is the who terminated the EC2 instances, all these particular things have been tracked by the CloudTrails part. But CloudWatch are generally like tracks application and the system log, how much API has been called, how much API utilizations are been getting done. So this is a major difference here. Now, how to troubleshoot a Lambda function that failed unexpectedly? So for this, we are going to check the CloudWatch logs for the Lambda function executions logs, and we can also set a matrix filter to count the error logs. Also, we just try to integrate with the CloudWatch, and we can go CloudWatch and we can check what exactly where the our Cloud Lambda functions fails. Okay. Moving to the next question, can you use CloudWatch to automatically scale EC2 instances? How? Yes, we can do it like by using the CloudWatch alarms, like by integrating the AWS auto scaling groups. Suppose if we have just set the target, like suppose our utilization goes above 60 or 65%, it should automatically scale out, or if our instances go below 60%, it should automatically scale in. So this kind of like by using the auto scaling groups, we can achieve it. Now we have how do you track if IAM policies were modified into your AWS account? So by this, like as I discussed before, also we have CloudTrails, but you can also set an CloudWatch event alarm to monitor put policy API call, and we can trigger an SNS alerts or the Lambda part. But from the perspective of the CloudTrail, these are the most easier, but we can achieve this by using the CloudWatch event tools also. So this was all about the CloudWatch questions and the IAM questions, real-time questions, which are generally asked into the company for an interview, whether you are a beginner bagger, you are a intermediate vendor, you are advanced. So you have to be cool. We have to go good with your local and major concept. All right, guys. Thanks for watching this video. If you like the video, please share and subscribe. If you want a video on specific services, you can just let me know into the comment section. I will make the video real-time scenarios question on that particular part. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching this video. See you soon in next video.